Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tombs of Scoria. How are you guys doing today? Nick, what is going on?
Not too much. Just been streaming this week. Stream's growing quite nicely. I've just sold out and started just watching YouTube videos. I didn't realize that was a thing. I was thinking like, oh, I've got to play entertaining games. Apparently, you can just sit off and just watch silly memes on YouTube.
That's what everybody else does. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Good times.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Mr. Lucas?
Just adjusting my life, playing with my cats. Yeah, it's been good.
Are they not on the table right now? Are they being well behaved?
They have become well behaved. They just play with each other now. And leave me
Did
alone.
the aluminum foil work?
It did not. They didn't give a fuck.
Good to
They
know.
stepped on it. They didn't care.
All right. And last but not least, Mr. Steve, how you doing?
Just hanging out. I'm in Cancun for a few days, and then I go to Nebraska, and then I go back to LA. So yeah, just flying around the world. You know how we do. Trying to find that.
How you do it.
Trying to find that coronavirus. Haven't found it yet.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Where last we left our party, they had killed some vampires. They had been not ambushed, but got in a confrontation with some of Scoria's soldiers, troops, knights, mounted knights with a mage. Didn't go exactly as well as everyone had hoped, but they made it through, used some etherealness, escaped that problem, fought some vampires, destroyed them all, came back home, had a nice pint, waited for the war to blow over, and then decided that they were going to do something else. What were we gonna do today?
We were just about to do experience for the vampires.
Oh yeah, we didn't do the experience for the vampires. That's true.
I didn't give you guys XP totals for everything from last week.
We ain't got time to
No.
fuck around, okay? We did, yes. We're going to go, and Nick is going to start scrying on our horse.
Yes, the plan is to find the knights. Right, we need to get vengeance on them because they fucked us over.
Well,
So-
more specifically, we need to find out where they are to make sure they're
Yeah.
in our lands, because we don't want to use the vengeance thing if they're like in fucking Scoria's
Yes.
belly or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, to begin with, we're all sat around the kitchen table. We've just had dinner. We've all got a nice glass of scotch or whatever, and I'll pull out the crystal ball, set it down on the table, and I will think back to our beloved horses. I can't remember what they're called. What's a good horse name?
It was called Sexy, unironically.
Okay, there was one horse called Sexy. We'll do Sexy first, because in reality, we can scry all three horses. So,
Are you going to attempt to bring Sexy back?
Yes. So first of all, I will about to start the spell, and I'll stop, and I head to the stables, Neil. And I go to Sexy's compartment where she always sits, because it's her favorite one,
Right, her
And
stall.
I'll find some horse hairs, and then I'll go to Tyriel's horse, which is called Justin Timberlake. I'll get some of Tyriel's horse's hairs, and then I'll go to mine, which is called Dave, and I'll get some of Dave's hairs as well. It's an odd name for horses, but the three of them combined, they make an unlikely team, much like ourselves. So I come back with the three hairs of the three different horses, clearly marked in different pockets. I pull them all out and I get ready to scry on all the horses. So we'll start with Sexy first. I rub the fucking hair. I imagine a long mane, the soft whinnies when you feed her carrots, and I picture the crystal ball.
Wow.
I know.
Give me a D100.
Can I have a plus 10? I mean,
For
a minus 10. For the insane description that I've just given.
You did a good one. We intimately know Sexy.
I do.
Let me just look up the crystal ball chance list and crystal ball. All right. So for your horse, I would say your horse personally well known slightly. The other ones you definitely have part of in possession. So 50% for anyone else's horse, 85% for your horse.
Okay. All right. So this isn't my horse. This is
my
Sexy.
horse, yeah.
So this is
Right.
50%. Okay.
Oh
No.
man, that's all right.
I'll do
Two more.
I'll do Justin Timberlake next.
Okay, that's
Ugh.
fine. We didn't need those two anyway. You got 85%
Yeah, okay.
on yours. Yeah, go ahead and.
Let's do Dave. Let's do Dave. Good old Dave. Dave the
Such
horse.
a
There we
reliable
go.
horse.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Dave.
Sure enough, the images within the crystal ball swirl and move, and you can see this image before you.
Whoa.
Does this look like our surrounding lands? Like we've been there before?
No, you have no idea where the fuck this is.
Okay, but
But the trees aren't like our trees, right? They're different species, or are they like our species of trees? What I'm getting at. Near the Rolwick area.
The Rolwick area is in the open plains, so there ain't nothing. There ain't no trees near Rolwick.
Okay, wait,
Right.
no. But I adjust the angle, right? So two things I want to work out. Is this part of a larger camp, or does this look like the size of the camp that maybe just the Dragoons would be in? You know, is
This
there...
looks like just the Dragoon camp.
Okay, and then I look for the Draken Ridge. I look around. I should be able to see the Draken Ridge Mountains somewhere.
I don't know if you can. How much of the angle you can actually adjust with Crystal Ball? I don't think it's like. I think you scry on a person or an object or a thing, not like get to that point and then look as you please, right? It's not Google Street View. It's
Yeah, but I
Google
think there is some sort of moving around the image a little bit.
Wait, real quick, how many people were in this? We said it was a dragoon's worth of people?
Yeah, that's normally about 7 people, 6 riders plus a leader,
Okay.
Or 6 knights plus a leader, and then they might have squires and
Yeah.
servants and whatnot.
Okay, so it's
So-
normal that there's like 20 tents here. Not 20, but there's like 15 tents here, even though there are only 7 adversaries.
Yeah.
So this could either be 2 camps worth of dragoons, or it could be 1 camp of dragoons plus some squires and
Well,
servants.
They've
We're not
got
worried about that. We got Etherealness.
10 horses, right? There was 7 of them, and they got our 3 horses. That makes 10. So it's
So-
probably just them.
If we can't, so we can ask some questions based on what we know about being soldiers and everything, right? I imagine that we should be able to ascertain, does this look like a camp? Do they have a lot of supplies with them to be out here camping for a long time? Does it look like they're being particularly careful? If they're setting like fires or whatever in broad daylight, and it looks like none of them are covered, then obviously they feel like they're in safer lands. Are they taking care? Right. So these are the questions that we should ask to try to figure out like approximately.
Those are
Yeah.
fantastic questions. And judging by the supplies that you can see here, this is maybe a few days, maybe a week's worth of supplies for this many people. So this is either a temporary camp or they have resupplies coming through to stock up on stuff. Or, third option, they've very cleverly hidden most of their supplies under trees to prevent people from scouting and are intentionally trying to deceive you. That's a little bit weird. That's some, next level thinking, but theoretically possible.
Okay, hold
Okay,
on.
so
I just
okay.
I'm sorry. I've watched a lot of Attack on Titan, so I know how to use flashbacks to make plot devices work. Okay, so I'm sure that in stealing with my uncle, one of the really important things that you would know when you go to raid a camp or whatever is probably to know approximately how long people have been there and how long they might plan on being there. So is it possible that we might be able to see like types of food or the remnants of food being cooked on a grill where it's like, this is fresh food, it must have been delivered recently, versus like, this is food where they've probably packed rations and they're surviving on stuff that they brought from a far away that they've planned to travel with for a while, something like that.
Absolutely. Make me a wisdom check.
Nice.
Is it possible that we can get multiple wisdom checks going since my character is so wise?
I think that Tyrael made a really good point for why he would be skilled at this sort of thing, so he can make a wisdom check.
And it has to be wisdom. That's the will one. That's the dump stat,
the-
right?
Yeah, wisdom, willpower.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna pass any of those
so-
checks.
Yeah, the problem is that the crystal ball is not all that perfect for viewing. There's some fuzziness to it. You're not the one activating it. You're the one looking from the side. So the image is just too blurry to be able to make out those details.
Okay, so food. We've exhausted the questions relating to food. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, am I able
Yeah.
to look around at like the foliage or like the trees and like notice like maybe there's a flower that I know only grows in like Wicthron or like
Yeah, how much
here?
do you have
Yeah.
any sort of nature-related skills to know about the flora and
Local
fauna
flower
of the area?
expert.
Yeah, actually, I am
What do you
I am a priest. Okay.
Wait,
And
you're a
we're
herbalist?
known- I don't know if I have that, but we're known to bury people, and in my time in the priesthood, buried a lot of bodies, had a lot of different places that I visited to help lay people to rest, and a lot of flowers go on those bodies. So yeah, I do know a thing or two.
Okay, wait.
You
Well, I
got
think I've
something
got
a little bit better than I bury people, so I should be able to tell where this location is, because that seems a little bit of a stretch, my friend. Nick, you got something?
I think I've got a right. My argument would be that if they've still got our extra horses, then they're probably still in the field, right? Otherwise, they would have like returned the horses back to Mistrea and given them to whoever the fuck would look after extra horses.
And looking
Like
at
they wouldn't just
in
they
looking at
wouldn't
like
just carry around 3 extra horses. Sorry, Stephen.
and looking for supplies. does it look like so for one question, I imagine that the manufacturing of barrels is probably something done on a relatively local level. Like you could tell, like, oh, these are barrels that are made in Mystery, or these are barrels that are. I imagine you'd be able to pick that out relatively quickly, unless they're disguised. Do these look like they're?
I mean, if you
particular...
were a cooper and you were an expert in where barrels are made, certainly, that's definitely some like advanced tech you could have. But I don't think a regular person can look at a barrel and know where that barrel was made, right? You'd need to be someone who's intimately familiar with the barrels.
Okay, so okay.
Can you look at a wine bottle and know where the wine bottle was made? I mean, maybe if it's stamped on it, but
Sure. Okay. One question. Okay. So, well, because my question is, I wouldn't know if we because we spend a lot of time on ships. If there's like particular like these barrels, the Akubians always have like red ribbons on their barrels or something recognizable. But if they're all just like wooden barrels, then no, yeah, we wouldn't.
well, that's a theoretical possibility,
Okay.
but not with that die roll.
Gotcha.
It might
Okay.
not prove anything anyway, though, right? Because they'd have Mystraean barrels regardless.
Well, but maybe they're being supplied locally, or maybe it's just a question I'm trying to figure out. Because the more information we have, the more we can make an educated guess. Second question would be: does it look like they have? I understand you're showing us an image, but I don't know if this image is supposed to be literally everything. Does it look like they have the majority of their supplies like packed and ready to go, or does it look like the majority of the supplies have been kind of like unpacked and they have like a ration house and they're like taking food?
No,
from
there's
there?
no supplies on animals. All the supplies, all the stores are where you would see them on the map, on the ground, tucked away somewhere, ready to be used. This looks like a base of operations of some level.
Okay.
Very small, but
Looks
still
like
there.
a field operation.
So the more so
Mm-hmm.
so the more evidence we have in that direction, the higher the likelihood that they're somewhat close to where they were riding before, where we were, meaning we would be safe to. Yeah. Do you think is there one or two other pieces of information we could get to kind of establish that like we feel like this is a long-term base of operations rather than? Are we
Can
able
we see
to
a
make?
world map?
Are we able to make on the ground here? Do these tracks look pretty well ridden by now? Or would we be able to tell that? Like, there's a ton of horses like back and forth. Like, this looks like it's been traveled on for multiple days rather than just like they just got here.
Yeah, you can see on the ground that some of these areas are fairly well worn. Not so well worn that this would have been a camp that has been here for a long stretch of time, but, a few weeks to a month old.
Oh, okay. Then we should be super safe to.
Yeah, I think that that's still in Druckus, or at least close.
Or it's
To
with
where,
it's
right?
at least close to where we encountered them in the fields, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have so we don't see any people right now.
No, at this moment in time. Well, although I guess, Nick, what time of day are you doing this scrying?
This is the evening
Oh,
after
that's
dinner. So it's
the
probably like
evening
8,
after dinner.
like 8 p.m. or something.
Okay, yeah. So you won't. There might be some embers coming from these campfires, but otherwise it's going to be dark, and you won't see any people about.
How are the horses secured? Are they just like tied?
They are penned in an area and kind of let to walk around it. But
Can
they're
I,
all well-trained horses, so they just chill.
Can I cast Detect Magic into the crystal ball? I can't remember. There's a percentage chance.
2 spells can be cast through the crystal ball. Success is 5% per level of experience of the caster.
So 30%.
Yep.
Pass.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yes. Yes.
Do I see the wizard, maybe?
You will notice that there are many magical signatures coming from this tent. I think you can see where I'm pointing, right? Yeah.
Can we mark it now? I assume we'll be
Oh my
seeing this map again later.
I mean, let's just have you guys remember it, because you're not going to be using a map and then looking at that same map again in the future, right?
Okay, or have stuck it in my memory.
Yeah, just stick it in your memory. Take a screenshot if you want, but let's not mark the map.
Interesting.
Of where at? Are you pinging this? Did I miss this?
It was here.
Oh, okay,
This
gotcha.
one.
Are we? Do we have? Are we like full like Eurotosthenes or whatever? Can we like look at the shadow of the sun and figure out like the time of day, or is that like too far?
It's nighttime.
Oh, okay. There is none of that shit. Okay, gotcha. Are
Do
we
we
in
see
the
the-
future? Are we theoretically allowed to do that, or is that not knowledge we would have at this time?
Since I'm not even sure if the world is round or flat yet, no, it's not workable.
Okay, fair point. Gotcha.
Do we see Scoria's banner anywhere?
Not at nighttime, you wouldn't. Nope. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of wind, so if there was a banner, it would be limp.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't want to go insane, so I'll wave away the image.
How long can you look at it before going insane?
I'm not exactly sure. It's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's longer if it's a well-known target, which it is in this case. So maybe it's a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but we can redo it though. I think we can do it 3 times a day
Gotcha.
if we wanted to. But then I'll say to the 3 of you, well, I don't know, from what we can tell, I'd estimate that they're still around where we encountered them.
They're
I
here.
think it's worth the risk.
Let's go.
For sure.
We can etherealness. So what do we want to do?
What is our goal here? Yeah.
Our goal is to
Kill the knights,
Probably-
capture the wizard.
either capture the wizard or kill the knights, capture the wizard.
Okay, I think
we
I think our first goal, I think we need to establish what the fuck they're doing. I think that's really important, right?
Yeah, I think that'll be established once we capture the wizard, right?
I think
Okay.
that's probably just like a vanguard force or something like that.
Is there? I'm just asking questions, okay? Is it possible that they might be doing something that we wouldn't want to interfere with? Is that a possibility? That once we've captured the wizard, if he tells us what they're doing, then we would have been like, oh fuck, we should have just left these guys alone. Now we've like fucked up really bad.
Nah, it's an enemy army flying the flag of our target in our territory that attacked us on sight. I feel like it's going to be hard to come up with even any possibility of something that we'd want them to carry on doing.
Well,
what
so
they're
like,
doing.
so one possibility I can think of is the guy's like, oh, like I'm literally like an entrusted scout for Scoria. She is perma-scrying on like a robe that I'm wearing, and now she's seen all of you guys and exactly what you're doing, and she's flying here in 10 minutes to kill you. Like, I don't know if that could be possible. But like,
okay,
is
okay,
that-
that's
yeah.
a good point. I do want to capture him, but I mean that is a good point. If she was scrying on him, then it would
I
be
don't
best
think that
to
she's gonna
kill
be.
him.
Well, I don't know. I don't think she's gonna be scrying on like some random wizard. But
Well, that's the
yeah,
question.
no,
Are these guys
yeah.
random, or are these guys like pretty well trained? Because even though we're at war,
Mm-hmm.
these guys seemed better than the average soldier you would expect
Correct.
to see, right? Like compared to the shitters in Mystria, right? Those guys were like walking around like
Oh, yeah.
dipshits, right?
As a unit, these guys are highly elite, but I think as a wizard, he's only 5th level. I don't think he's going to be like anywhere near the best.
How do you
wizard
know
that's
he's only
around.
5th level? Because that's the
'Cause
one
he could-
spell you saw?
The fireball.
Fireball did
fire
5d6.
damage.
Yeah.
Oh, we know based on the damage that it did?
We know based
Yeah.
on damage. Yeah. Koibu's mad.
Oh, shit. Is that metagaming? Are we
Um,
allowed to know that?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
We should know
fine.
the approximate power of a... Yeah, okay, sure.
The fireball.
Yeah,
The fireball rolled really shit though. But
and
okay.
I've got spellcraft, so I feel like
I think
Fireball.
I think it's worth it. Whatever information we can garner is worth the risk because, as you said, these are Scoria's forces. They fly her banner. They're gonna know something, and I think it's of utmost important.
And do we
to get
feel...
the-
To get the information from the wizard, right?
Yeah.
We feel
Yeah.
confident that we can take them all on ground without them riding at us in a fucking horse.
I think,
right?
especially
I know
if
we
we
can.
can jump on them.
I have the correct spells now. So I'll have hold persons. I'll have entangles. So entangles, their mounts aren't going to be able to come at us. I can also throw down a spike growth, which will make it so when they move through the entangle, they are going to take damage. I have dictate, so I can tell them to throw down your arms.
How many people
and
does
then they'll
dictate
have
work
to-
on?
I think 8. Let me click it to make sure. Up to 6 creatures in a 20-foot cube. So maybe we catch them at like breakfast or whatever, or dinner, and I say, everybody halt, lay on the ground, and they all just fucking lay there for at least a round.
Can
Well,
we,
I mean, maybe we might not want to sneak up on them in the night. If we could disarm any alarm spells or something like that, I mean, Tyrael might be able to just cut their throats in their sleep.
True.
Well, I think what we want to do, is we want to etherealness in. Like, I can take us through the ethereal plane. We can go directly where the wizard is, come out of etherealness, and you can just like, I mean, we could literally kidnap the wizard if we want. Like, we could just get the wizard and go.
But
What, like come out of Etherealness, grab him, and then go back in and leave?
Yes,
But can you only Etherealness 3 people?
I can etherealness 4.
Also, this
Actually,
is a little metagamey, but I think for experience purposes, we want to kill all these people, right? I'm very
Yeah.
close to 2 level ups.
We do,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard. So maybe we etherealness in, etherealness out, and we can just bring the wizard there. We can tie him up. We can gag his mouth and then go back in. I can take etherealness up to 4 times.
Well, here, we have a huge strength right now in that we are attacking them, right?
Yep.
If we fight head on, we're idiots because we have all the time in the world to prepare something, right? There must be some way between, especially because we have so many spells now, that we could lay a trap and then have them come out to investigate and then get half the team or something, right? We should be able to spin up some sort of idea like this, right?
I think the thing is, if we lay any sort of trail for them. It'll be the knights that come first, and the wizard will stay in reserve, which means in the second part of the fight, we'll end up fighting the wizard.
That might
Whereas
be
if
even-
we use
that could even-
our opening gambit, we could use it to disable the wizard.
Or that could even work out better. If we set a trap in advance, we could hide behind trees or something, and then watch them go past, watch the knights get fumble into the trap, and then we could come out and kill the wizard, like something like that. If we expect the wizard to be in the rear, right? He will be accompanied by some knights, I imagine, but still, we could kill him much quicker. Yeah.
Yeah, or I mean, if they're in the field, if they're all marching in a line, I could just open with my Fire Gateway spell and do, like, probably hit most of them with one spell and do 8d6 damage.
Okay, well then why don't we just do this when they're in camp, right? Maybe we could invisibility in to the camp. They're all having dinner, right? I could cast Entangle, which will make them not be able to move very quickly. Nick, you can cast your fireball spell on them when they're in camp, and then I can also do Spike Growth. So if they try to get out of it, they'll be taking damage. So that's 2 rounds of damage, and we're gonna get a bunch of people because when they eat dinner, they're gonna be together.
Maybe. I think that might not happen.
Versus, I think like us trying to get them to come out. I think Neil is going to do something, or I think they'll do something.
Wait,
like,
who's Neil?
I think they will do something like they're going to split up. They're going to be in like wide arrays, like they were earlier. But I think the best place to get them is inside the camp because they're going to be near each other. They're gonna be close to each other.
I disagree when they go out to investigate some of this. When they split up earlier, it's because there was an identified threat and they moved that information to do it. But if there was like a disturbance, at the very least they'd send 2 at a time. Because why would you send out one guy, he gets caught and killed, and then everybody's like, wait, what the fuck happened? Then they send one more. That's like classic horror movie blunder, right? Like that would be pretty.
Yeah, but if we send 2, then they're going to know something's up, right? After the other 2 don't come back. Then we're going to be fighting 8 people who are alarmed. Versus I think if we get them in the camp, we can get like maybe 6 of them who are just like not ready for it.
Yeah, we just are. The scary part about fighting in camp is that like let's say that we fucked up and there's actually like 2 phalanxes or whatever there, and they go separate ways, and then now there's like 14 people we're fighting. We just like are like, oh, let's fight. Oh shit, there's like 4. We like literally walk into a situation where we're surrounded. Like this is the exact situation that we escaped from last time, and now we just put ourselves right in the middle of it, which would be the scary thing.
The difference this time will be that we have Entangle, and their horses will not be able to charge it. Like
the charging thing is one thing.
Even without the charging, if when the horses fought us last time, we should remember this. If you make me roll for this, I hate you, Koibu. Were they wearing like armor, or were they just like in leather? Like, were they wearing like armor, like ching ching? Like...
The riders,
yes.
the knights.
Yes.
Yeah, they were well armored.
They were
the
well
riders were in chainmail. Yeah, chainmail.
Yeah, not that good.
Well, but so I'm just curious. If we start fighting, would we expect these guys to have to gear up to fight? Because that's pretty
That's
significant.
why I say if we ambush them in the night, like in the middle of the night while they're all asleep, you cut as many throats as you can, starting with like tying up the wizard or something. Eventually they might be informed, but chainmail I think takes like 2 or 3 rounds to put on.
Okay, that won't happen. They won't get that on in time then, right? They would be.
No, yeah.
No, that's
I
sleeping in
think
chainmail.
going in the night in the camp is the best scenario.
There'll be a guard though, so you'll have to sneak past a guard, maybe backstab him, try and kill him in one
Or you're gonna
shot.
be invisible.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess we're invisible. But there might be an alarm spell, so we'll have to be careful to use Detect Magic to make sure we don't trip an alarm.
Man, you know it'd be sick here to sneak around with that hat of disguise.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Could we ask, before we take off on this, could we visit Clertis and ask them if they have any military intelligence about any groups moving around in that area near the south part of the Draken Ridge? Maybe they might know something about the people particularly down here, and maybe
I'm
they
gonna
could
be honest.
What?
I feel like he's just gonna say like, yeah, there's like riders that we know about. I don't think he's gonna know anything. Grand.
Possibly, but there's absolutely no
maybe,
downside to
yeah.
asking, right? We should just ask.
Well, the downside
No.
is that we're waiting a whole night to set off, right? And we don't know
Chainmail
when
can
he
be put on in 1 round. Sorry to interrupt, but just to be clear, chainmail can be put on in 1 round with slight assistance. If you have no assistance, it'll take 2 rounds, or if you just put it on in 1, the AC is down by 1 because things are poorly put on.
Okay,
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Mooten.
no problem. We can wake up Clertis. Okay.
Oh yeah, if we can wake him up and like go ask him right now, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might as well, I suppose.
You're not going to get into the castle this late at night. It's middle of wartime. Everything's locked down. You can see him tomorrow.
The fucking royal fucking fan. This is an emergency situation. Can I speak to the guard?
Yeah, you guys can head over to the castle tonight and try and talk your way in, but you
This
should
will
have
be
the
easy.
expectation that, generally speaking, the castle goes on lockdown at night and no one goes in or out for
Yeah,
security
not
purposes.
for us.
Could we bring?
I mean,
could we bring
is it
Clertis?
worth waking
What?
him up for this? I know it's sort of out of game. There's no disadvantage to it, but like, would we really go storming into the keep in the middle of the night and wake up the queen over this?
Wait, no,
Over
not
like
the
such a
queen,
tiny
it's
shot.
Just Clertis. Clertis ain't the queen.
Okay.
Wait, do we need to leave tonight, or can we leave first thing in the morning after asking him?
I would rather leave as quickly as we can, but
Well, if
we
we
can
well,
find
like, so we've scryed and we've seen that they've been at this camp for weeks, right? We don't.
Okay, wait. First of all, let's use the amulet. We can work out how far away they are. We can work out how long it'll take to walk there. We want to time it so that we get there in the
I don't
night.
know if if the amulet's gonna be that precise. Can you tell, like, how many miles away?
It's distance, I thought.
It's distance, kind of. Last time I did
Yeah.
it, I mean, I kind of knew where she was. So
All right,
yeah,
do
I
it.
mean, I'll use the amulet on the wizard that I fought and got burned by.
The wizard is in the foothills of the Draken Ridge beyond the Silver River.
Beyond the river.
Somewhere around here, about 100 miles from you in this general region.
Okay.
Interesting. That's the town that the woman that was enslaved by the vampire said. No, Kel something said that's where she rescued her from. That town was run by vampires on the Silver River. Do you remember? And that she was meant to be a spy for the Mistrains.
Sure.
I wonder if there's any truth to that story. She's the cook. She's probably still around. We can ask her.
We absolutely could. Actually, yeah, we could go ask her what she knows about people in this area.
She might actually know the wizard or know some of the knights. If there's any truth to that story.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna ask her. We're gonna talk to Clortis. I think we can leave in the morning. I think it's okay, right?
Well, wait, for
Yeah.
the morning, it's fine.
Okay.
All right, so I'll go down to the kitchen and pull in the girl and ask her to come and sit with us.
Sure. You'll wake her up in the night. She'll come on over, sit with you. How do you communicate with her?
Yeah, wait, real quick. In the morning, you took the
What?
spell. You wanted to take the mind reading spell because you would remember, obviously, that she has no tongue. Because how could you ever forget such a detail about a person, right?
Oh, she had a
wasn't-
tongue card.
I mean, I wasn't
true.
planning on talking to her, so I can take a nap. We can wait an hour, and then we can talk to her if you'd like. Or
But do we give her a piece of... Yeah, we write it
She can
down.
probably write.
She
yeah.
can't read or write.
Yeah, she's illiterate.
She needs to
Damn.
fucking
She's a
learn that.
commoner.
Okay, so I'll nap myself. I do have it. So here's a nap. We'll wait an hour, and then I will talk to her with as many of the telepathy spells as you need night before.
Great.
Okay.
You
I'm
got
not
a
getting
burn
X-
spell to create that, right?
Okay, am I gonna get XP for telepathy then?
You'll get XP for telepathy, but not the other things. I just want to make sure
Okay,
that you're
yeah,
not
that's
burning
fine.
any material components that matter.
No, I don't think so.
Just cast 12
Okay, cool.
fireballs outside. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think
Cool.
any of these really require anything. Okay, yeah,
That's
I
fine.
will cast 4 telepathies.
Great. Why don't we just do them one at a time instead of all at once? Or this so all of you can talk together? How does this work?
I thought he
Doesn't
wasn't able to
work
do
like
that. We tried to last
No,
time, and
I
you said it
can't,
didn't
I
work that way.
can't, I
Yeah.
can't.
Okay, cool.
Here's one.
Cool. All right. So she's sitting in a chair before you, a little bit worried because she was woken up in the middle of the night to talk to the three of you.
I thought
Tyrell, you talk to me, and then I'll relay.
Yeah, does she know anything about a camp of Mystrian warriors that would be north of the Draken Ridge?
She might recognize the banner.
We had Mystrian warriors had come into our area. That is a certain thing, but I don't know anything about a camp.
Hold on one second.
I will wave over the crystal ball, Neil, and try and show the image again of the horse.
Sure, give me another 85%.
Perfect.
She looks at it and shakes her head. No, I have no idea what this is.
I'll say to Imric, or I'll cast another telepathy. And
Okay.
I'll say to Imric in my mind, I really do believe that she's just, I think the vampire is totally bullshitting.
Yeah, she's probably full of shit. All right. I mean, I shrug. Let her go.
It's a waste of time. Well, we'll wait for Tyr to come back to ask his questions.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got a few.
He's currently shouting at the butler. Oh, he's back. Okay.
Okay, I'm
alright,
back. What you know?
She didn't know anything about it. But you
Nothing
can
at
ask her
all?
questions.
No. Well, she said Mistrains came to the town, but that's all she knows.
Did they say if they were looking for anything, or were they asking? Who did they ask for when they came to the town?
This gets relayed to her, and she will respond with, they didn't come to town. They were in the area. Our village was south of Gold Hill quite a ways, and they came through Gold Hill. We'd seen them from a distance. They never visited our podunk little village, at least not while I was there.
How many of them were there?
Where? What?
When
we
they
saw them
came through the
riding, how many
village.
people were there? Yeah.
Oh, 100 or so? A few hundred? To Gold Hill when we saw them?
Flying what banner?
Banner of Mystery, of course. And then there was a second flag with them of a dragon.
How many of them
Superimposed on
were-
a field of red.
Do you know how many of them were with the dragon banner?
I didn't see it myself.
Okay.
So not.
I can't think of any other. It doesn't sound like she has any questions. Wait, so where is this girl's actually from? She wasn't a spy like the other world lady claimed, right? That was a total lie.
It seems to be that was just bullshit.
From a village south of Gold Hill. Just probably an ordinary woman who was, had her tongue cut out so that she couldn't talk, and then was used to feed upon, and was just in the wrong place, wrong time.
Cringe. Okay, let's leave. Oh, before we leave, there are no stories in our kitchen of other people like getting bit by vampires, right? No strange teeth marks on anybody. That shit's not happening or anything, right?
No one's mentioned anything.
Okay.
I cast Unfailing Endurance on us that night,
Okay.
so I can get a fucking new spell in the morning.
All right. Are we going to remember, Anton? You're going to need to cast Nap on me first thing, so I can invis everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, are we going to talk to Clotus real quick in the morning before we leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we go keep first thing now.
Sure.
In fact, I might even take like a little trip to the keep that night and just tell the guard to let Clotus know that we're coming to see him first thing in the morning.
Kiss the guard.
Yeah. The guard gives you his assurances that this will happen, but it's a night watchman, and you get the impression that he's just trying to blow you off.
Sure. I remember his
Night
face.
watchman. He does. Yeah. Just some random noble. He's vaguely aware of you, but you guys are like the black sheep of the family. You're not even involved in the war effort. You want to talk to Clotus on an emergency basis?
Wait,
Like,
hang on. We don't want to get into this argument. But you're telling me that this guy doesn't respect me because I'm just some random noble when he's literally a god?
Fuck it, we don't care. Let's go. Who cares? We're going to see Clotus in the morning. We get there in the morning. What happened?
You get there in the morning. As I mentioned before, there's going to be a little wait. You guys are ostensibly, to the regular population, the like shitty nobles who aren't even participating in going around like hunting trophies. So no one's excited to get to hurry you to help you out, except for Clotus and the Queen and the people who are in the know.
Yep.
So you will meet him. It'll take like an hour or two to get him some time. And what would you like to say to him?
If he knows anything about any Mystrian soldiers that might be positioned in Gold Hill, or what they might be doing out there, flying the banner.
Absolutely, yes. We have many reports coming in that Gold Hill has been overtaken by Mystrian forces, and that there are some of the offspring of Scoria within the mines or within the town, holding it for her as they pump out gold.
Okay, fuck.
Well, as long as we don't go into the mines.
Yeah, we're not there for the mines. We're just there to kill a few guards. And
we save the etherealness. As soon as the battle's done, we grab the wizard, we etherealness out.
Well, it's easier said than done, but...
And I think, can we all agree now that we cut the wizard's tongue out?
Yeah.
It's safer than not doing it, right? I mean, we can still read his mind. It's not going to delay our
How are we going to
interrogation.
stop the wizard from just teleporting away? He just can't because he doesn't have it?
Can't we just bring like a ball gag?
Yeah, you can't cast teleport.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
too
I
low
mean, I'll
level.
bring like a ball gag and
Yeah.
obviously I'm going to bring some rope.
Yes, rope, gags.
What would keep you in place, Imric? What would stop you from
something to
doing
cover his face, maybe, so he can't read a
Just-
scroll or something too?
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like, I think a gag and tying their hands is going to be enough to cancel basically every spell.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't use a wand if your hands are tied. The only thing you could use then is if you had some sort of like a ring or a cloak or something that had an innate spell on it.
Okay. I casted Failing Endurance. Do you need nap now?
In the morning. Yeah, now. So I'll cast I cast 2 invisibilities, Neil, and then I relearn another invisibility and cast it, and then he naps me, and then I relearn the spells I put above. So we're all invisible.
Wait, so
And
are we gonna make it there in a day? Do we plan on being able to do this?
I don't know. Might
I
take
think
some-
we've got some serious problems with the way that you guys are trying to speed rush this. I think if you just add one more day into all of this, all of the problems go away. But if Mouton naps himself at like 9 p.m. and then sleeps and memorizes spells, he's not going to be able to sleep again half an hour later, right? So I understand you guys are trying to go quickly, but with this time that it takes to learn spells, I think you need to insert an extra day because all the naps are fucking
Sure,
with
we
your
don't
sleep.
need
That's
to.
fine.
We don't
We'll
need to
take one
invis
more day.
ourselves right now, anyways, right? We can just head off. It's going to take more than a day to get there.
Yeah. Can we real quick? Okay.
Okay,
The
cool.
planning thing is literally our number one strength here, so it needs to be the thing we're
Yes.
doing the best. Okay. if we jump into this, we're going to die, literally. So everything ends
All
right
right.
here if we do this
Well,
in a really dumb fuck way. So just now, I don't know 100% because you guys are the magic users, but it feels to me like just waltzing in, grabbing a guy, and etherealing out is like way too fucking pie in the sky, like very fucking easy to do that. So, like, let's think like detailed, like from start to finish. How's this gonna work?
Okay, so we get there. First thing is detect magic and look for alarm spells. And Neil, that's a good point. When I cast detect magic through the crystal ball, did I see any magical alarms or auras surrounding the camp?
Let me open up my list of notes.
In theory, if we wanted to, which we don't, you 99% sure could just etherealness in, grab the guy and etherealness out. I think that is just something that could
I
happen.
do think that's legit. But
You can be etherealness assassin so easily. And
there's going to be a guard. There's going to be at least 1 or 2 people awake watching the camp, right? Like we do it, they're going to do that as well.
correct.
So
But if
we're going to know which
AoE spells, by the way.
You what?
we're going to know which tent. There's no like AoE spells. I'll check again when we get there. Because there's like a spell you can cast called Alarm, which like surrounds an area, and if anyone breaks it, it sets off like a noise that'll wake everyone up. We're going to know the tent the wizard's in. I think the best thing we can do is disable the wizard before the fight starts, or have Tyrael sneak in and cut as many throats as he can of the soldiers. Because it's instant kill. If you can get into their tent without waking them up, then they're dead.
Okay. It sounds really easy, but I mean, if you're confident. Wait, no,
I'm not-
hold on.
I mean-
Yeah, never mind. Hold on. Not after the horse thing. Hold on, I'm thinking. Okay. So the plan is right now. Okay, so number 1, we know there's going to be at least one, possibly. Well, fuck. The problem is there's so many problems. Okay, number 1, we don't even know how many people are in this camp, right? There were a lot of
Correct.
tents, and assuming unless
Yeah.
Neil is just using dumb stock images and didn't change anything, right? There's more than like 7 or 8 tents there. It could be a lot of squires, or it could theoretically be like 2
Another
groups
regiment,
of people.
yes.
Yeah.
Any difference in the size of the tents, Neil? Are some of them shittier than the others? Hard to
There
tell.
might be, there's some small differences, but they didn't look like there were great discrepancies.
Oh, actually, this doesn't matter. This is trivial. We can just scry in the day when we're riding there, right?
Yes.
And you can see how many people you see walking around camp, right?
Yeah.
we would know, yeah.
Or better
Moon,
yet,
check-
during dinner, yeah.
But
Check etherealness. Does it not say that they have to?
it says
willing?
willing, but if someone's fucking knocked out, I'm pretty sure, because we've done this with you. We brought you into the ethereal plane when you were knocked
That's
out.
true. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they count as like an object as long as you can like get them. So as long as the wizard is knocked out, they're willing. I mean, sorry
Well,
to say,
it did work once before. Yeah.
Hold on.
I think the courts have a very different definition of willing when
good thing
unconscious.
we're not in the courts.
Whoa.
All right. Well, we can be having this discussion on the road, so we'll wait the one more day. I think. No, we're just walking right without invisibility this day.
We're
Neil,
not
I'll,
walking, we're goddamn
Yeah.
marching, okay? We're riding. We're
Yeah.
going fast.
one last
There's
check
no
on the
riding
brace,
because you lost your horses already, but
We can
One
get
last
3
check
more
on the
horses. Sorry.
braces of archery. Are they here?
no, the brace. If Tyrael goes and talks with his friends in the morning, you'll find that they are still on the way. Sorry, it's taking so long. Got to do these things
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Actually, and we
Cyril,
don't
make sure that
we don't actually need him to do the ethereal thing because we have
we put him in the bag.
our human transportation device.
Yeah.
Yes, the bag
Yeah.
holding.
Perfect.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
If he's tied
we'll-
up and stuff, that should be safe. Okay.
We'll head out today. Unfailing Endurance is on, so we're going to be force marching for 12 hours at least.
On horse or foot? On foot, I think, because we want to approach invisible, which means
I don't want to fuck with horses.
yeah.
Well, we got a horse.
You'll
some
have
of
to
the way.
find
We're
that
not
during this time, horses are in high demand and low supply, so any horse prices are going to be at least doubled, maybe tripled, if you want
We're going
to
to get our horses back.
Yeah.
That's
We'll
what we're
take a
doing, yeah.
carriage from Wick to Fenden, and then from Fenden we'll just walk.
Okay, you're just going to walk right across the Voden Plain.
Invisible,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
No, not invisible the first day.
Well, it's fine. We just need XP. It's going to be
Yeah.
fine. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's not invisible
So-
the first day.
Who's the slowest person in the party?
I think
Yeah.
we all agreed that we move at pretty much the same movement speed now. Somehow we all hit pretty much the same movement rate, and it's probably technically me.
Yeah, let's just figure out the slowest real quick.
Move speed is 12, so
Yeah, but you can boost yourself, right?
Yeah, you
But
boost
his
yourself.
boosts are for like minutes, not days.
Yeah.
not
But
like-
this is what we did last episode. You did like a calculation and decided that okay, his movement speed can increase like a little bit from 12 to something else.
wait, are you guys all faster than 12?
with their
Sorry?
boots of
With
speed
our
and sandals
weird
of speed.
shit, yeah.
Oh, right.
But
Your
it
base
was
is
said,
9.
like,
Okay.
you can just always be moving, so you'll eventually catch up to us as we're like taking rests and stuff now. But with
That
Untitled,
implies that the party is going to be separated for large points. If you guys sit for
Right.
half an hour and he just walks half an hour
Well,
ahead of you,
anyway, that doesn't matter because we've got unfailing endurance, so we don't need to take rest. So we can
Okay.
all walk like that. I'm movement
all right,
speed
so
18.
everyone can move at
It's
movement
definitely
speed
not me.
12, so you can get about 20 miles a day.
Okay.
sure, it's fine.
Okay, so it'll take you about 4 days to get to the Silver River from Fenden.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
After the first day, we go invisible.
Wait, that lasts
Yeah,
for
we-
days?
No, I just cast it. I'll cast it each day. Yeah, it lasts for a whole day.
Oh.
We'll just do the nap trick.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I cast Invis, what, 9 times, Neil?
Cast
3
nap
days?
4 times.
So it'll be, I said 4 days from Fenden, but you will overshoot Fenden a little bit, so it'll be like 3 days from here. So you'll need 9.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 naps.
And we walk.
All right. So is the plan Tyrell's gonna go and slit some throats in the night, or is the plan we wait for them to do like a big crowded dinner? They're all drinking, they're all eating, and then we entangle. You do your spell, like spike growth. Like, do we want to powwow like that, like go like hard, or do we want to try and go stealthy with Tyrael like cutting people's throats? What do you think?
The safe thing to do is to watch them for a whole day.
I agree.
Wait, we don't even need to do that. We can keep spying on them as we have the scrying
So we
thing.
can crystal ball them every night. Yeah. All right. So I guess the first night, Neil. I can scry. I think 3 times a day on the horse because I know it well.
Something like
Without
that.
Going insane. So I can probably do this like 10 times over the course of the next few days. Yeah. I guess first of all, I'll try and catch them when they're eating dinner. So the first few times, I'll try like.
Well, you can't use the crystal ball while you're invisible, right? Because the crystal ball is invisible with you and you can't look into it. So you have to do it when you're not invisible.
Sure. In the morning when we become uninvisible before he casts his spells, can he scry it then at least?
Yeah,
the first
sure.
day?
Okay,
Yeah, you
so
can do it in the morning before you cast your spells.
Okay,
Perfect.
but the first day before we're invisible, I get 3 castings then, and I'm going to try and do 6.
2, but yes, 2.
2, okay. So I'll do
Yeah.
6. Right, like just about sunset.
So just about sunset on the first day, you will see the camp is pretty much as you saw it before. You can count the number of folks there, and indeed there are. There's 1 person for every tent.
Does it look
Just
like
about.
squires or like men?
When they're in camp, they're not particularly wearing their armor. They might have. Yes, I think it's just folks milling about, and it's hard to tell who is what. You can definitely pull out that there are like 3 servants, and then there's the 1 mage who, now that you have a better look and you're taking your time and not in the heat of battle, you can see that the mage wears robes with like little pieces of metal sewn onto them so that it looks like chainmail or some sort of armor reflecting light in the distance, but it doesn't really offer anything to AC at all. It's not armor, it's just slightly reflective clothing to mask as armor on horseback when charging from a distance.
Pretty smart.
And then there's just a bunch of other people that it's hard to tell if they're knights or squires. You'd guess by age, but with the crystal ball, those sorts of details get a little lost on you.
How many people is
But
it
if there's-
total? Like 10 or 14? Or?
Yeah, somewhere around 15. It's quite likely that someone is, behind a tree somewhere, or someone's off taking a leak or getting water. You can estimate, 14, 15 people.
At dinner, are they like around the fire, like having talks, or is it like everybody's kind of like doing their own thing?
Any more questions about morning, and then we'll do dinner
sorry.
next.
I
Yeah,
thought
no
we
worries.
No, this is dinner. This is
I think
sunset.
this is dinner.
6
Oh,
o'clock.
this is dinner. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, I thought
if
this
it's-
was morning. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you will see people clustered around campfires. It looks like, each of the 3 campfires here each of the 4 campfires has different people clustered around it. You can see smoke rising from one of the tents that looks like maybe a cook tent. And you would see probably about 10 folks out at this time.
Yeah, so we're not going to get a cast on the whole camp.
No, correct. I didn't think we were. I thought we'd get cast on like half the camp.
So I think
Sounds
attacking
like
it
we're gonna get a third.
going to be better. Like, the advantage of doing it at the night, they're going to be tired. They're not going to have that armor on. We can potentially
mean
sneak up and kill them.
invisibility attack, or do you mean like a full-on like attack like I'm talking about? Sorry.
No, I mean like sneaking in and trying to kill as many as we can. Like literally, Tyrael going in invisible, trying to kill as many as he can before
Well,
the
he
alarm.
can kill one invisible before he.
Well, even
what?
then, it's still darkness.
Before
so-
you're not invisible anymore.
Oh yeah, I don't
Yeah,
have to be
it's-
invisible. That's fine. I can stick
Yeah.
around.
Is Tyrael gonna be able to see in the darkness, like walking around the tent and stuff?
Depends on how dark it is when he arrives.
Moonlight and stuff, probably.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're
Uh,
approaching the new moon, so it's actually going to be fucking dark by the time you get there.
Is there
I'm
any
just worried that
spell-
Tyrael.
What?
Maybe.
Wait, maybe there is actually.
a spell for me to see at night, like True Sight or something?
Infravision is a spell.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have that, but I do have a
I have
spell.
Omniscient Eye, but it won't help with that. I don't think. Nah. Is there any normal or magical darkness, fog, or mist? But I don't have the material component for it. It's composed of rare powders and herbs. The ointment costs at least 100 gold for a single application. So, how far are we out of Fendon right now?
This would be the first night, so you're half a days from Fenden.
So if we want, we can go back to Fendon and probably buy these herbs, and then you can see at night.
What
We're gonna have
about?
to backtrack.
Do you think we could get these at Rawwick?
Omniscient Eye AoE is the
Oh,
caster.
it's destroyed.
Rawwick is destroyed.
Wait.
Oh,
You can only cast on yourself.
it's only
Yeah.
me. Oh, then.
Yep.
So
Yeah, and I haven't got anything for you, Tyrell. But I think with the embers of the fire, the whatever moon there is.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to see inside of a tent. Outside maybe, but once I get inside, because like cutting somebody's throat is like a very precise thing, right?
yeah, I don't think that I think we need to attack a little bit earlier in the day, personally. And
What if what if you bring a light stone? What if we test it now? We get like a thick bag that you can put the light stone in that will like just shine enough light to illuminate the inside
No,
of the
that's
tent.
not how
but
the
when-
light stone works. Remember,
yeah, it's not.
if any
It's
part
an
is
all or
showing,
nothing
it,
AoE.
it fills the entire area. Yeah.
No, but if it's in a pitch black bag, it doesn't shed any light, right?
No, but if I open
So
it even a tad, it will come out. It goes around corners and everything. It doesn't.
No, I know. But what if we get a bag that's like made of slightly thinner material so that some of the light shines through? Will that not work?
I don't think this is gonna happen. It
Okay.
just doesn't seem like Neil's gonna allow it, which is
I understand what you're saying. You're saying like put the light stone on like a balloon kind of, and then hope that just like the ambient light from the balloon.
Yeah. Because I was imagining like if you
Wait, at
open
that
the
point,
light,
couldn't I just
tent-
use a candle?
yeah.
Oh yeah, just use a candle.
Well, but
You
is that
can't.
gonna...
But then there's a candle gonna be going around. I don't think the stealth invisibility killing is gonna work here.
No. You sneak in the tent and then you pull out the candle. It's not going to shed enough light to alert anyone outside the tent. You kill the guy. He's not going to wake up in time.
It's
You just
also-
open the candle, boom, he's dead.
It's also scary because then they're gonna be super spread out. So like, what happens when Tyrael gets found out? Do we just go in and start fighting? Like,
Yeah, he kills as many as he can without raising the alarm. And once the alarm gets raised, then we go in.
I just started blasting.
Yeah, we blast them. I think if we attack during the day, best case scenario, you like entangle and spike growth the largest group. But the rest of them are going to have their armor on probably. And the same thing will happen. They'll descend upon us.
Wait, why would they have their armor on? They're gonna go.
Well,
put it
it's
on?
more likely it's the daytime. They're definitely not going to be sleeping
No,
in their
no, no.
armor.
I'm talking about like casting it at very close to night. So they're gonna be winding down, eating dinner. Do you think they eat dinner in their armor? They might.
Nah, probably not. Either way, I say we watch them
Well,
for a day. I
let's watch
still
them for a
think
day.
that's
Let's watch them
smart.
for a day. I agree. Well, we're watching them for a day on the scrying, so let's try again.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the first night. Next morning, before you cast invisibility, you scry on them one more time, and you can see that the soldiers, the knights, are being equipped with their armor, and you'll notice that there is new armor here that has arrived. They are starting to put on breastplates and
how
strap
pretty
them on with
convenient.
chain limbs.
Okay.
But you can also tell, because there are squires helping the knights attach the breastplate and the chain limbs, that you have 6 knights plus the caster, an equal number of squires, and then a couple of servants lying around. So it's definitely knights and squires.
So it is the 6 knights, which we can definitely handle.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes me
Without their horses, so I think we'd be fine. It's the fireball destroying my mirror images is a problem.
Me not having hold persons was a problem.
Also, squires can fight as well, right?
Correct.
Like,
Yeah, but they're gonna.
yeah, but they're gonna be like first level fighters.
Sure, yeah, but I'm just saying they're not going to be like the halflings. Like they could come at us if we get surrounded by like 20 people. That's going to be bad.
I'm gonna take lightning bolt instead of the minor gateway.
Sure.
All right, we keep going. I mean, I think we can. beat
Okay.
this.
You march from Fenden through the Voden Plain.
As we do that, I genuinely do think that we should etherealness in, sack the wizard in the dead of night, so they won't know. Bring them back to the etherealness plane, the wizard. Leave him there.
Leave him where?
In the ethereal plane, tied up and everything, just chilling. So
We
they
can't
can't
just-
do.
We can't just
Why
leave
not?
him there.
Why? We
So
can
how
go
would you
back
get him
and
out? How?
Because I'll have 3 castings of etherealness.
Wait, but can you get back to the same spot in the ethereal plane? I guess you can.
Let's do. Yes, you. I think you get back to the same spot. Let's do this then. Let's etherealness in. We'll go to the wizard. We'll beat him up. We'll tie him up. We'll put him in the bag, and then we'll start doing everything. I just want to make sure that the wizard is dealt with, before he gets any crazy fucking fireballs or anything. Because I think that is the chink in our armor that can get us.
Yeah.
Is a bad fireball.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Tyr? I'll ask.
Okay, well, how do we knock out the wizard without raising the alarm? Or do you think it doesn't matter?
I mean, I can silence us.
Okay, yeah. Silenced. Come out of the ethereal plane. knock
What
him
is
out.
the AoE on the silence?
15 feet
15-foot
radius.
Okay.
The silence is pretty large. Yes.
Okay. I think that when you cast silence on an object, how long does it last for?
2 rounds per level, so it'll last for 14 rounds right now, 14 minutes.
Could you cast silence on the ever-burning candle? Am I allowed to put a lit candle in the bag and then take it back out, or no?
No one's tried putting burnable on fire things inside of the bag. That's some sketchy shit.
We can try it with the small one.
Well, hold on, because I don't want to get fucked and then your whole bag caught on fire and now it's dead.
Yeah, because if there's a problem, it'll just ruin the bag immediately, and everything in the bag will be lost for all time. It's one of those all or nothing tests. So.
Okay. How quickly can I light a candle, assuming I'm not in combat? I can do this in seconds, right?
No, minutes. A minute or so, because you got to get flint and fucking tinder, and then you got to get you got to get the spark on the tinder and let it grow enough that you can then light the candle off of it. Lighting fire back in the olden days was a huge pain in the ass. Most people never even lit fires. You just go to the neighbor next door, put a stick in their fire, and then walk it back to your house rather than having to start the fire from scratch. Making fire out of nothing is a huge hassle and a huge time sink and a huge pain in the ass.
Well, how does the eternal candle work? If we blow it out, does it have to be lit again like a normal
It
candle?
has to be lit, and then it takes about a minute to light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do you
minute of,
usually
Well,
throw
but
it?
here's my plan. What I'm running with right now in my brain. Okay, is if you cast silence on that ever burning candle, when I'm in the camp, I can just take the candle out and light it. Wherever I am is going to be silent, and then I can just move from tent to tent and cut people's throats.
The issue is as you're moving from tent
There's
to tent,
no way, unless these are the ultra fucking crack guards, the fucking
Which
high.
they are. They
No,
literally
he's
are.
talked about this before. He's talked about this before, though. He said his mother has issues sleeping, and she can only sleep when it's really noisy or whatever. But when he goes pitch silence, she'll wake up and stuff. So in this, it's gonna be crickets are going and everything, and then you're gonna walk next to a tent. It's gonna go pitch silent, and it's gonna startle someone because you're gonna be walking into a lot of tents.
Mhm.
It might.
It could.
This is a thing that could happen. Yes.
There'll be more
Yes,
fire.
going from ambient noise to zero ambient noise can startle someone
Easily
awake.
startling.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you're not when you're asleep, you're not in a coma. You're in a state of subconsciousness, but you're still aware of what's going on. You can snap to alert when you hear something or when things get weird for all sorts of reasons. You can startle someone if it's loud out and it goes to dead silence.
Okay, and then
if it's a silent fucking night, then the silence spell probably won't change anything. It's just going to depend on ambient conditions.
Okay, gotcha.
It's
Real quick,
it's the changing condition that's the problem.
the silence spell, it doesn't block sound from going through it, will it? So let's say for instance I cast a silence in front and there's a guy, I can still scream back and forth at him and the sound will travel through the silence spell, right? And come at the
No,
other
the silence is going to work like a darkness. If you're in a hallway with 1,000,000-foot thick walls and there's one person 50 feet in front of you and another person 50 feet behind you and you're a silence aura, that sound will not travel through. It's like a wall of no sound or a dome of no sound.
So theoretically, if there was silence in the middle of the camp and the fire, and I killed someone over here, the person at the other end of the camp wouldn't be able to hear that, right? I mean, it'll bounce around a little bit, but it would be muted.
It'll bounce around a little bit. It'll be definitely muted.
Okay, sorry.
I think that we can take the knights in a fight
Yeah.
easily. We just
Easily.
need to sack the wizard.
Especially
It's like
without
fighting
armor.
6 knights not on their horses. It's gonna be a breeze with the spells that we have and everything.
That's what I mean. Just sneak into the wizard's tent, kill him.
Not kill
If
him.
you
We're
cannot
capturing
raise,
him, right?
if
Not kill
Okay,
him,
well-
but we're gonna knock him out and put him in the bag.
or just cut off his tongue and tie him up
Yeah, that's
and put him in the bag.
It's hard to cut someone's tongue off by surprise, though, because you have to open their mouth and pull out their tongue. Like, you need someone restrained and multiple
I'll hold
people
person
on hand to
No.
hold. Like,
No, we knock him out first because it's going to be just Tyrael,
Yeah.
unless we're doing the Etherealness.
I think we do the Etherealness. I think we all.
All right, well, I'm on board with that if that's what you want to do. What do you think, Stephen? I think
yeah.
it's just going to be difficult to find the wizard's tent.
It's not because I have the amulet.
Well, how does it work in the ethereal plane?
It should. So we've done this before.
No,
It's
but
still-
Cassandra was in the ethereal plane as well.
Okay, well let's try it. Let's try it like the night before, or let's try it like. Let's say this is the second night, Koibu.
Sure. You
Can
have
I-
marched through the second day. It is now the second night.
I'll cast Etherealness on all 3 of us.
Okay.
Can I still sense them?
No. You are on the ethereal plane. You have lost track of all the other people. You are in You're in Rolwick. It is just flat ground as far as the eye can see, and I guess you can't even see your allies because you're all invisible still.
I pull us out.
All right, look. Also, the wizard, if we put him in the bag, he could cause trouble. Like, let's just knock him out and then start the fight. Right? Tyrael sneaks in, deals with the wizard. If the alarm gets raised, we fight then. If it doesn't, he tries to kill another guard.
Okay.
We just keeps going. He keeps going until the alarm raises, and then we take the fight. But as long as we can knock out the wizard first, then I think it's a winnable fight.
Sure. Okay. How is he gonna knock out the wizard? Right. In second edition, I feel like this is gonna be incredibly hard because of how non-lethal damage works.
Will it be?
Anything to say about that, Neil? I mean, if you can auto kill someone when they're asleep, can you not auto just like smash them in the face and knock them out?
You can smash them in the face, but that doesn't auto knock them out. Let me look up these specific rules for this.
Sapping.
Yeah.
So,
Sapping. 5% chance per point of damage to knocking out a victim, up to a maximum of 40% at 8 damage.
Garbage.
Naturally, if the damage exceeds the victim's hit points, they're knocked out anyway. The knockout chance increases to 10% per point of damage, max 80 if the victim is surprised, asleep, restrained, or magically held in some way.
so 80% then.
80%
But
if you can do
he
8
has to do
damage to an
damage.
unconscious person.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to definitely do 8 damage with a sneak attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do non-lethal sneak attack. It automatically hits, so the -4 doesn't matter. You do 8 damage, which you're definitely going to do because you're doing like D8 plus 3d6. Definitely going to get at least 8 damage. 80% chance to knock him out. Chances
Where's
are
the
that's probably
3d6
fine.
come from?
Sneak attack.
Yeah, but that's
I-
like I'm murdering you. I'm like hitting your vital organs. You can't like sneak attack sap. The point of sneak attack is like
hang on. You could. I mean,
no.
a
The
fight-
point of sneak attack is like I know a vulnerable place where I
No,
can
but I'm
fucking
saying
murder
that-
you.
A UFC fighter knows how well to knock someone out. Knows the right place to hit them, like on the chin to knock them
I
out.
think you
I'd
should
say
be able to
Tyrael.
swap this sneak attack for something else. I think that would make sense, right? So rather than him going for like a backstab or whatever for the sneak attack, he's just going to the temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? That sounds like fun.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I mean,
I can
Okay,
see.
I can also give you a 15% bonus with. I don't remember the spell right now, but I'll get it when we go there. Call upon faith, I think.
it only lasts one round. It's not going to work.
Just the caster. Never mind, it doesn't work.
It's only one round anyway.
Oh, hold
Okay,
on, one second.
Take it down.
All right. So, we approach the
80%
camp.
chance is good, yeah.
Yeah. Are we gonna just go right there, Neil, in the nighttime? Or?
No, we will need another day of traveling across the West Voden Plain.
Oh, another 3 invisibility costs. Thank you.
Yeah, because you have. By the end of the first day, you will be about here. End of the second day, you're going to be at about 50 miles. End of the third day, you'll be at about 70 miles. End of the fourth day, you'll be at about 90 miles. And then the fifth day will be you guys actually getting there.
Got it. At
Yeah.
night.
Well, yeah, because it'll take half your day to get to the river, and then you can just sort of buy time as needed. So at the end of the second day, you're here at 50. During the course of the third day, you will spot a familiar sight. And it doesn't, you guys scried on the morning of the second day, I think. Anyway, during the third day, you will see a familiar sight. You will catch a sight of a group of riders flying under a red flag with a black dragon superimposed over it. They're out to the east of where you are on the West Voden Plain, headed roughly this direction.
Are they all grouped up?
I mean, sure, they're grouped up, but they're not like clustered together. They're riding in a intelligent formation.
And it's just them. They don't have their squires with them. I say we just stick to the plan.
Yeah, you see 7 people on horseback.
Yeah, we stick to the plan. We're not worrying about them.
We're not getting baited.
Sure. You still have the water spell, don't you? Can't you like?
I've not learned the water spell today.
That is over the course of the third day. Are you scrying the third night?
Yeah.
Yep. Give me that chance.
Easy.
Excellent. On the third night,
I think that Nick rolled above an 80 earlier. I don't think we should get a scry here because we got a free one earlier.
What?
I think this should count as that one.
No.
I rolled an
Be
86.
honorable.
No.
No.
Wait, no. The reason why we are explicitly not doing this is because the last time we had a die roll like this, I remember Koibu explicitly said, "Hold on, we don't go back into the past and grab old die rolls. You have to re-roll it again because in the future, we explicitly set that roll. So we will have him roll.
Earlier, Koibu just gave us a free scry. Because he didn't know that Nick rolled above an 80 or whatever. Koibu just gave it to us.
Got an 86.
So what I'm saying here is this should count for that one.
What? Why?
It's fine.
Why?
You guys have extra scries. Let's.
Wait.
Be honorable.
Neil
I
wants
appreciate
us to
it.
try this time. I feel like the wizards might notice or something.
Oh boy.
Okay, no, fuck
Do
it.
you guys know?
No, we do it.
You did it.
Yeah,
All right.
we do it.
This is the third night that you're scrying, and you will see your horses, the 3 of them, being led in a train by a servant, probably some sort of groom, through the hills away from the camp that you had originally seen them in. They are being transported away.
I try and scry the wizard.
Can you even?
Yeah, I've been watching this guy.
You gave a pretty detailed explanation of him.
I mean, I'm only asking for 20 or 25% now, but yeah.
Okay, I think at this point you've scryed on them a few times.
Yeah.
You know a little bit more about them now. A little bit. I'll give you a 20% chance.
No.
Okay. So that is the end of the third night. Fourth day, you're making your way across the plains. Again, all invisible every morning, it sounds like.
Yeah, and I assume that Anton's amulet is still pointing in the same direction.
Anton's amulet, you will notice that your person is on the move on the third and fourth day. They are out on the plains, cruising around. They are up in this region, kind of going back and forth. They look like, as you check in with the person over the course of the day, you'll see that they're progressively farther and farther and farther and farther, like moving around a whole bunch.
Oh, what? Do we want to set up a trap or do we want to do the camp thing? I think the camp thing's the best.
Yeah, I do
the
as
camp
well.
thing.
Let's do the
But
camp
not on
thing
their
first,
horses,
Sam.
yeah.
All right. We finally get to the day where you guys are going to have to end your day somewhere over here, deep into, I guess not quite enemy territory, but definitely where enemy scouts are ranging. This river is sort of considered the border of forces right now, but it's clear that the Mystrians are scouting out in this region, and all of your people are pulled back to the forest line. So you are...
Invis lasts
no
24 hours, so we are sleeping invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have to break invisibility to use the orb, so if you've been scrying every night, then you're breaking it every night.
Okay, but not tonight. Well, no, I was thinking more where... We're casting in the morning, you said, right? In between casting the old spell cancelling and casting the new one.
Sure, but if you scry in the morning and the evening, then you got to break the scry.
Well, he's saying he's not scrying in the evening. He's only
we're scrying in the morning.
That's
That's what we were doing.
Oh, yeah, but in the past, you've scryed in the evening as well.
The first day before we were invisible.
Right. Okay. So you guys can make your camp out here in the plains with absolutely no cover whatsoever in an area where you know the enemy roams with knights on horseback and lances.
But we're invisible?
Yeah.
But you're invisible, so they shouldn't be able to see you unless they have a way of detecting invisibility on the move.
Which
Is
they
there no
would if
cover?
they're scouting explicitly.
No, they wouldn't. Do you know how hard it is to detect fucking invisibility? I have to pay 100 gold per, and it lasts fucking 4 rounds.
Well, but didn't we just try to get some glasses that would give you true sight?
There's no way.
And did we get them?
Maybe they already. No, okay. All right, we'll sleep out here. Okay.
You know what? Why don't we take our first break here
Okay.
while you guys discuss the pros and cons of trying to sleep invisibly?
Okay.
Nil.
You guys are going back to the beginning screen, okay? Because this is scuffed. Good luck.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. Our party wakes up on the 5th morning.
So it was no big
Visibility
deal.
begins to wear off. MrMouton, you can reach out and you can feel your target. You can feel the mage who burned you. She's across the Silver River, maybe 10 miles from you right now.
Good.
She's close.
Vengeance
All right.
is fiery in me.
I recast the invisibility spells.
I cast my nap, yes?
Yeah.
You nap? You just woke up.
No, he naps me.
I
I
nap
cast
him.
it through invis.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Naps me. I learn mirror images instead.
Okay.
This is my.
How do you learn spells when you're invisible?
Just put the book on the floor.
Okay. That's
This
fine.
has been. Yes, this is
Yeah.
what we were talking about last night now.
Yeah.
This is one of those arguments.
But there's also a lot of, new people. I don't want to bring to their mind that you can't, if you're holding an invisible book, you can't read it. So there's got to be,
Good
there
sense.
are
Yeah.
there are minor details that are told for role-playing reasons to understand the complications of trying to learn spells while invisible.
Yeah.
And you got to have like a bag to put it in that's already invisible, so the book becomes invisible as well.
Mhm.
It's a process, but you can do
Okay.
it.
Okay. All right. I guess we're gonna go. Yeah.
Let's
Right.
do it.
As you pack up your stuff, carrying naught but your bags, and march northward, MrMouton, you get the impression that your target is coming in your direction.
I'll let my friends know.
Okay. All right. Is the plan we just get to the camp and we wait for them to return? They've been returning every night, right, Neil?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll check them. If we see
yeah.
them on the way, make sure they're not with their squires. Make sure they're not moving the whole camp.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us what they're armored with as they go past us. I
Right.
want to make sure they're not like moving their whole camp. Yeah.
Nope. You get closer to the Silver River, and sure enough, eventually you see some riders on the distance when they're about 2 miles out or so from you. Looks like a group of 7. They come from the Silver River-ish and take a turn and start heading in this direction.
Out of interest, now that we're close, how grouped up are they?
They're fairly well spread out.
Could I
they're...
hit all of them with a lightning bolt? No.
I mean, if you were in their middle right now, you could probably hit 3 of them with a lightning bolt if you could get the angle right.
Okay, no. Well, wait, let's wait. We go stick to the plan.
That's a MrMouton move. You just start fucking throwing spells out.
Yeah. Mr. Moon special.
Stick to the
Okay.
plan, chums.
You guys will eventually make your way towards the Silver River. The river stretches for miles and miles. It's at least 16 miles long, probably closer to 20 once you count all the twists and curves. And the spot that you arrive doesn't seem to have a ford or a crossing point.
I mean,
Okay,
did
how
we
the
see
fuck
them
did they
cross?
cross then, Neil?
That's true. They must have a place to cross, but you didn't necessarily. Apparently, you're not landing at the place that they crossed. You've come to the river. There's a crossing place somewhere because they're getting across, but you got to find it.
Okay, but were they to our right or to our left when we
Yeah,
saw
where
them?
did I
You,
sense the guy?
I mean, you did your best to arrive where you thought they were crossing at. So you can head towards the mountains to search, or you can head away from the mountains to search.
What would my wisdom say?
Yeah, use
Your
your wisdom.
wisdom said you made as much of a beeline directly for them as possible.
Okay, we can handle this. Fuck, this is annoying me, Nick. How
Go
about I just
right.
ethereal this in and we just walk through it, right? Ethereal gets rid of that.
How many ethereal spells have you got?
I have 2 for the day.
Okay.
Or wait, what is like the general
Yeah.
climate around here? Is it like pretty nice?
It's the middle of winter, but it's also sort of a warmer area, so it's cool. Your nights are uncomfortably cold.
Can
but
we
you're
just
alive.
like walk through the water? Do we have rings of free action? Do we care about this?
We have rings of free action, yes, but it just depends on how.
You're not going to want to get soaked. Nick's bags are going to get wet. All of his spell components are going to get fucked up. Generally inadvisable to just walk across rivers.
He's gonna give us penalties if we do it.
Lame.
Just use the ethereal. Just use
Okay,
it.
let's just
Okay.
use the ethereals. We have 2 of them. Let's go. Boom.
Is it wait? Is it gonna fuck our invisibility up or anything weird like that?
No, it shouldn't.
Nope.
And then what?
The water appears as hard ground to you, as the edges of your world. It might oscillate a little bit, giving you sort of like an earthquake feel as you walk across the river, but you do it with no problems. Moments later, you're on the other side.
Obvious.
In the woods.
Easy.
You can see naught but the shape of the land beneath you. Trees are no more. People are no more. Your brothers are no more.
Cancel a spell. Let's go.
Cancel it.
You arrive back in the material world, and now you're on the other side of the Silver River.
All right, we keep walking to where we know the camp is based on previous amulets usage.
Wait.
I nodded Imran.
Wait. Can he pinpoint that?
You don't have GPS coordinates of the camp.
Okay,
You know it's on the other side of the Silver River.
This is fine. Can't we walk? Can we follow the river? And we need to find where we crossed. Can't we just do that?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, sure. I guess.
No, we don't know if it's left or right, though.
We don't know if it's
We
left
don't
or
know
right.
if it's up or down the river.
Yeah.
So how are you going to solve the problem of going left or right?
Wait, why do we need to know where they cross?
Because
We
once
don't.
we find where
Let's just wait. Let's just wait for them to return, and then we can follow them back to the
Wait,
camp.
there's no guarantee
with
we're
the
going to see
amulet.
them now, because now we're near the river.
No, we don't need to see them. Once they return to the camp, the amulet will start pinging towards the camp. We were attacking them in the night anyway, so there's no harm in waiting.
Oh, okay, if you want to. Because I was going to say, if we find where they cross, we can easily just follow their tracks to the camp. But we could just wait for them as well if you want to do that, sure. Okay.
We might as well walk down the river a bit, I suppose,
Yeah,
if we
we'll
find
walk.
the tracks.
We'll walk down the river.
Or,
Okay.
well, we could just wait. You guys have the amulet, so you got the amulet. Fuck it. We'll just wait.
Okay, fine. Yeah, wait.
Okay, we'll wait.
All right, you guys make. I'm going to use camp loosely here. Make camp by the river to pass the day away. You're all still invisible. All your gear is still on you. You're not taking anything off. You don't want to risk anything becoming visible. So it's just a lazy day waiting by the river with the tension of the upcoming battle ever present on your shoulders. As night falls, you get the impression that the riders are close. They are much upriver from where you are when they seem to be crossing it and heading into the hills.
We'll start
and
walking
after
that way.
about an hour, they come
Yeah.
to a stop.
All right.
We'll be walking that way the whole time.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yep. It's fine. How do you guys stay within range of each other when you can't
We
see
hold
each other and
hands.
you're
We're
trying to be quiet?
holding each other.
We're holding our.
You
each other's
fucking hold
hands.
hands all day long? That seems a little
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I love my brothers.
Well, we
Alright.
got rope, tie each other up if we wanted to. But yeah, I mean, how have we got here so far? We've been doing something, right? Holding
Right,
hands.
Oh,
or-
Ohana means family. Let's go. You guys can arrive at the camp.
Yeah, okay.
It is late. You can see the camp from miles away, from a half mile away, by the cook fires. The little lights reflecting off of the tops of the trees. Today is the night of the new moon, and so there's no moonlight out. And we are in the middle of winter, and so there's like no starlight out either. There's not much to be seen. But that little firelight reflecting off the tops of the trees draws you closer and closer to the camp. Let's bring you back to the camp.
As we're walking, I'll whisper. So, Tyrael, go through the plan one more time. Just want to make sure you got it.
Well, of course, I've been following along very closely. So the plan is we're going to ethereal into the camp. Yeah?
No. You're just going to sneak in and try and kill him. Yeah.
Wait, we're not etherealing into the wizard guy?
No, because we can't figure out really where his tent is.
In the ethereal plane.
So you should be able to sneak in with invisibility. Easy.
Okay, yeah, of course, that's what I meant. I'm gonna sneak in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock the wizard out somehow by just doing a knockout attack, which I can
You're
do.
gonna be
on the
doing
road. How am I gonna signal to you guys once I've knocked him out? And I'm invisible.
Well, you're gonna knock him out. You're gonna tie him up, and then you're gonna try and go to another tent and kill someone else. And as soon as you get seen, we rush in and the fight starts.
I'm in.
You just get as many as you can.
You just start blasting.
You just kill them all.
Okay,
And
what
your
am I?
invisibility is going to break. After
Yeah.
you.
But it's pitch
kill
black.
the guard.
All right, Neil,
Okay,
can you
what
put
if-
us on the map
wait,
so I
there-
know where we're coming from?
There's no way
Hold
he's
on,
gonna
what?
have like a break invisibility spell or an alarm spell set in front of his tent, nothing like that.
Well, I'm gonna look for an alarm spell now
He's gonna
once
look for an
let's go on the
alarm
map.
for you, yes.
Okay, it just seems kind of crazy that just an invisible dude can just literally walk into their fucking camp.
That's it.
Well, it's
Life.
it's incredibly hard to find invisible people.
Okay.
The point of invisibility, some would say, is making it very difficult to be detected. Be kind of a shit spell if you could be spotted with it.
It literally can't go tits up.
Literally.
Okay, so I'm knocking him out and then I'm tying him up.
Neil, you deleted my marking on the map. Why?
I did delete your marking on the map.
Well, no, I'm here now, though. I'm looking at it, so I want to mark it. No?
Well, you just know where it is. Why do you need to mark it?
Just make sure Tyrael knows.
Do you have that little faith in your brother?
Yes.
I
No.
thought. Is that
I
why
know.
you're
You
holding
know,
your hand all
which
day?
camp it is, right? You know which one?
This one.
It's this one. I'll delete it though, Neil.
Neil, put us on the map, please. Where are we coming from?
You guys are going to be coming from. Let me get your tokens now.
Okay, he doesn't know the whole plan, Nick. Go slow for him. Okay, so you're gonna go in there. You're gonna knock him out and tie him up, correct?
I'm gonna
Tyrael,
go in there,
I'm
knock him out, tie him up. What do I do? What are you looking at? You're not
Cut
looking
out
at
his
me.
tongue.
You want me to
You
cut
need
out
to
his
give him
tongue?
Yes.
Yeah, you need to give him a silence spell as well on a rock or something.
That's
Wait, what?
gonna be. That's
Why?
not gonna work because it's gonna
We
be
said
so
we're not
far.
doing it.
Everybody's gonna. Yeah, we're not doing that.
Wait,
He's just
wait,
gonna
what?
knock him out and cut out his tongue. Okay.
But that's going to wake the camp up, cutting his tongue out.
If I cut his tongue out, he's gonna die. You know that, right?
Fine. Okay,
No.
just knock him out then.
Okay, just as a heads up, if you cut somebody's tongue,
Yeah, I
that's how
know.
people kill themselves in real life. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'd have to
What?
heal him or some shit.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
You'll bleed. You'll choke on your own blood, or you'll just bleed to
The
death.
fuck would
Usually.
kill themselves that way?
Well, if you're
Right,
really
this is not-
If
this
you're
is a
being
conversation
captured,
for another
you cut your
day.
tongue off to not be able to talk, and then choke yourself to death on it to not be captured.
Fuck
I'll
me.
hand you the. Okay, I have the things for this. I'll hand you the little bit of rope and the ball gag for the wizard. I
Yeah.
have this on my character sheet. By the way.
okay.
Let me. Okay,
I
here
am
we are.
taking it off my character sheet. I had it as a pound.
So I'm gonna go in
Okay,
and I'm gonna
Neil.
knock this guy out. What do I do when somebody like wakes up immediately when I knock this guy out?
Then you just keep killing, and we're gonna come in and we're gonna fight. Just
Yeah.
kill him, dude. It's
Fucking
easy.
do it.
I was hoping to have the silence. I don't see why we can't do the silence.
It's
Because
so big.
the ambient
that they're
noise
gonna know.
they're gonna hear. These are crack Koibu NPCs. Remember?
These are Koibu NPCs, dude.
When
They're
the
gonna
when the
start
world
going
is
nuts.
quiet,
probably
they
like a-
dig through
it's
their
15
encyclopedic
It's
knowledge.
15
Yeah,
foot.
and look who it's gonna hit.
No, because we're gonna wait for these guys to go to bed now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're not going in like this.
Sure.
So you guys are
It's fine.
having this conversation. Like I've put you on the map. You're all
Very
invisible.
Where are
So
we?
you,
I
you
didn't know
jump
we were
to
on the
a
map.
ledge, and then you start like yelling at each other.
No,
Like,
no, this conversation is being had, close to
On
the
the
camp, not
2-hour
necessarily
walk.
30
Yeah.
feet away. But
Okay.
anyway, when we're here, I want to cast Detect Magic and start looking down this cliff towards the camp.
Excellent. What is the AoE of Detect Magic?
I think it's 60 feet, is it?
Wow.
This Detect Magic.
My
Wait,
character
which one was
sheet's
it? Oh, I found
not
it.
loading.
Tyrael, I'll say in a hushed tone. You know which tent it is, right? I want you to point it at me.
Yeah. So my invisible finger points at this.
Okay, I will nod my head no, and I will point. I will say, not that one. It's this one.
It's the one by the campfire.
How
with the
about you
knife.
just?
One
How
by the
about?
campfire?
Yeah. He describes it's on the other end of the
Yes.
large tree in the middle of the camp, touching the tree.
Yeah.
That's what he would say because we can't see each other because we're invisible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Of
It's
course.
60 feet now.
Okay.
So I scan
Um,
like this.
You see nothing magical in that zone. Oh, and there should also be 3 less horses here now.
Okay,
one,
I want to
two.
just sneak ahead a little bit to like here and check a bit more.
Sure.
This still no magic.
Still no magic.
Okay, so I say I whisper this to Tyrael that at least 60 feet from where I'm standing now, there's no magical alarm spell or anything like that, so you should be able to get in.
I nod. To myself, I guess. Okay, I say, realizing that he can't see my nod. Understood.
I say,
And it's
Tyrael.
all in hushed, quiet, and whispers, right? You guys are being super stealthy.
Yes, but we have to wait for them to go to sleep.
I look to Imric and I ask, when do you think I should use recitation? It'll give Tyrael a bonus to his attack and to his saves. It'll last around 7 minutes if I use it.
You just give it to me right
Here,
before
but I
go
will
in.
break. But I will break invisibility with it.
Oh
Use it
my
in the
God.
fight. Use it when the fight starts.
Yeah, I think the fight is good.
Just use it on me and you. It'll be. But
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna step away from my brothers. Oh, actually, I'm not. Never mind.
we need to wait for.
I want to cast Cloak of Fear at some point.
Yeah, but well, you could do that now. But we need to. We're waiting. We're gonna wait an hour or 2 hours, Neil, for them to go to bed.
Yeah, we want their people to go to bed.
I'm gonna be in a deep sleep.
I'll say this one more time. When I have Cloak of Fear on me, you cannot be within 5 feet of me.
Yeah.
If you're within 5 feet of me, you'll have to make a saving throw, and you'll run away for 2 to 8 hours.
I thought it was
All right.
Thursday.
Or 2 to 8 minutes. It is 3, but I'm telling you 5, so you
Okay.
fucking extra distance.
And everyone's got a light stone, right?
Yeah, I
do
do.
When the fight starts, I give you one if you haven't got one, Tyrell.
How do you
Oh,
get
I
it to
do.
him?
I do have one in my bag actually. So, yeah, he wouldn't give me one because he would know not to take it out of his bag
He
right
would
now.
know, yeah.
Because that would be the
Well, no, because
dumbest-
they're all in bags, so I give you one in a bag.
That's in his own bag?
Yeah,
Respect.
it's already in a bag, of course. Not
I
a dumb
already have
fuck.
one. I'm okay. Thank you though.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I'll look to Emmerich, seeing I can't see him. I'll say, Tyrell's making me anxious here. He's in a
gonna be
quite
fine.
weird mood.
Look. He's led us through everything that we've achieved so far. He's our older brother, and I trust him with my life and yours, and the fate of the
Yes, I don't
kingdom.
know. He's in a mood. He feels like
I grope around for Anton's shoulder and like maybe
it's not my
cry.
shoulder, bud.
Yeah, when I say you can trust him, like it's gonna be fine.
Okay.
We'll wait an hour or two.
Or wait.
Okay.
Sun sets. It's dark. Very dark. How am I supposed to see to get
Yeah.
to the tent?
It's the embers of the fire, right? It's right by a fire.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, these guys have good. They understand that only they can prevent forest fires, and so they don't keep their fires going late at night. They kind of leave them as they try and put them out as much as possible. However, one little campfire does remain as everyone else goes to sleep. Let me just get rid of the folks who are not visible anymore.
Oh, excited.
Is anyone watching to the tents the knight's going to?
Yeah, I was watching.
Can I mark the map, Neil? No?
I'd rather you
Remember
didn't,
it.
since you guys can't really point, or you can just describe
That's-
things.
Okay. This is going to be so exciting. Good luck, Stephen. Here we go. It's all on you. You can't blame us now.
I'll give Tyrell a kiss on the cheek,
Okay.
and I'll slip him. Do you want silence or not?
No. Stop.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
As I begin to step forward, being invisible, I would like to get used to the ground. I'd like to be very sure of my movement. I'd like to move very silently as I make my way into this camp.
Excellent. This fire still has a little bit of glow on it and is still sort of up. This fire was not put all the way out.
No problem. Okay, I'm moving,
Okay.
moving silently, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I would also, as I start to get
What's
into
your chance? Hold on, let me roll your chance in secret. What is it?
He already rolled it.
I rolled it.
You already rolled it.
Oh, I roll his move silently because he never knows if it succeeds or fails. But it's 95%, so it's fine. You're always sneaking silently.
Okay, I would also like to, I feel like I would know if I'm like tripping on stuff or whatever, right?
Well, I think it's you're always
You're moving
I
silently
can
until
read
you're
the
not.
passage from the
right?
book if you want, but the idea is that you don't know if you failed your check because you can always hear your movements well more than anyone else around you would hear them, and you're not such a dumb fuck that you're like stepping on shit that's like
Okay.
making loud noises.
Gotcha. I would also, as I make my way into the camp, I would like to very quietly detect noise. I want to see if I can hear anybody like that's still up or talking in their tents or anything like that. Am I allowed to make that roll
Yeah.
myself?
Let me also make that in secret for you. What's your chance?
80.
And where are you when you make this check?
I want to do it so like we're. Oh, I can just move my token, yeah.
Yeah, just move your token.
So basically, right as I
Right.
get here, I'll park myself next to this tree, and I just want to kind of like take a listen.
Okay. So you can hear people stirring in these two tents, and you can hear something coming from this tree,
Coming from which tree?
the one behind you, from whence you came.
Oh, it sounds like two dumb fucks moving around, probably, right? Not.
It's because I moved up. Yeah, that's big enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. All right. I don't like leave a shadow or anything while I'm invisible. There's something stupid like that,
No.
right? Yeah. Okay.
No.
So I would like to
That'd
quietly.
be cool though.
Can I kind of like peer into this tent? What do I see? Or are they like closed?
You
or?
see a young man snuggled up with a pillow in his arms and his head on his backpack, a blanket over him, chainmail sitting nearby, slung over a small like sawhorse type thing, sword belt over the sawhorse as well. Packs and saddles and whatnot nearby.
Okay. Cringe. Okay. For that guy, I'd like to move a little forward. Can I peek into this? I heard rustling.
Yeah, there's a young woman there, maybe 17 years old, similar situation.
Okay. Is that normal? that women would
It
be allowed
counts
to
as
be
weight in Sweden.
squires or anything?
Yeah, we have a fairly the martial classes of Drekis, Mystery, and Eridon are not gender based.
Wow.
Matava has a strict gender based society though.
Progressive. As I make my way over
No,
here,
they're domineering women who enslave all the men. It's really fucked up.
that's what some progressives would argue for. Okay, as I make my way into this like camp, do I need to make more detect noise checks, or can I hear anything radiating from any other tents?
Yeah, we can keep you rolling with your same check here. You will indeed hear people from these nearby tents. Very gentle movements. Someone pulls a blanket over them, someone shifts a leg, slight rustling here and there.
Okay. Okay, I'll make my way kind of sitting on the tree trunk here, and then kind of crawl around the trunk. Can I see into this tent? Do I see or hear anything?
This tent is only open on this high side.
That's fine.
And it is closed on the sides, as you can see.
Okay, I'll kind of like move a little bit wide around here to this little bench thing or whatever. Can I peer inside or hear anything?
There is a flap, just like a cloth coming down over the front of it. You would have to move up to the cloth and move it to the side to see anything within.
You didn't hear anything?
I don't hear anything. Any rustling, any movements?
No?
Okay. As I come up a bit closer, can you roll
A mug flies out.
Can I
Clocks you right in the face.
Can I do a detect traps check?
On the curtain? Yeah.
Find or remove traps. So 35%.
Totally.
Not great, but
35?
yeah.
Yeah, you don't find any traps. That looks legit. It looks
Perfect.
trap free.
What? Can you not say it like that? I'm not. Just type it in chat. Actually.
I
I'm
promise
not-
you find no traps, and I would never
Okay.
lie.
All right. Okay, this flap is not like the noisiest. I should be able to like lift it a bit in the corner. Okay, you've seen Metal Gear Solid. He walks like this. Okay, I want to walk like Metal Gear Solid walks. Okay, I want to crouch down. I just want to lift it up a little bit and then kind of like slip my way into the tent. Very quiet. I'm not like throwing open the flap or any dumb shit like that.
Yeah, you gently part the flap on the tent.
Or even actually, because I'm hearing the music. Okay, sounds like it's kind of windy here. Is it? Is it kind of windy out here?
There's a bit of gentle breeze.
Okay, and on a particularly non-gentle breeze, I'll just kind of like move in. I'll try to time it with the wind so that I could go in and that. As a rogue, we learn these things. We move with nature, okay? So that our sounds are masked by the environment around us, you know?
I love
I'll
it.
look at my
I love
amulet.
it.
Where does it look like she's pointing at? You can DM me if you want.
I'll just DM it to you.
Do I get a bonus if I slit my own throat? Do you get a bonus to those attacks too? Just okay, that's all right.
Okay.
I'm inside. I'm inside.
Okay.
What do I say?
Yeah, you part the tent. You see there is a woman here.
Okay.
Sleeping gently. There are spell components in pouches around her. There's a little shelf with a book, some candles set up nearby, even a little lantern. Robes with shiny metal plates dangle from the entryway, allowing them to dry over the night. She seems passed out under a comfy blanket made of some sort of hide, probably bear or maybe like a really shaggy boar.
Okay. And then I would like to draw my sword, and with the pommel of my sword. Now, this is real life, not a video game, okay? Swords don't make like cling cling. They don't make noises when they're in the air, okay?
They don't make any noises when you draw them or when you swing them.
And when you hit somebody on the head, it's not gonna be like it's just gonna be like that noise, okay? But
It'll make a soft
soft
low
thud,
noise.
yeah, but not like
Yeah.
a pow, okay? Batman comic style, right? Okay.
Right. There's no pows.
Okay, I would like to wait a moment, find a nice spot on the back of her head, side of her head, and I'm just gonna pow her, kapowie, okay? That's what I'm
Smack
gonna
it,
do.
right?
I'm gonna smack it.
Well, she's unconscious. You can automatically hit. If you would like to roll to crit, you may do so, or we can just roll damage, your call.
There's no way I can kill her, right? Because we're...
Absolutely, you can accidentally kill someone.
Wait, I thought we had called shot -4 to hit.
Yeah,
If you
called
break
shot
it
-4 to hit,
100%.
half damage and everything, but let's pretend she rolls really poorly on HP and your crit is amazing and the half damage still brings her to -10. It's theoretically possible.
Just roll
You-
crit. You would rather kill her than her wake up, is the answer.
Well,
Yes.
Is the wizard a woman?
yes.
Wow,
the
we're
wizard
here.
is a woman.
Okay, good.
Why?
Or at least the person here before him is a woman.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, yeah.
Could be a decoy.
It was a woman when I fought her.
Okay. So, what the fuck am I rolling? I'm just rolling damage?
If you want, or you can make me a d20 plus all of your attack modifiers to see if you crit, which you probably will,
How, like,
because she's got like AC 10 right now.
how healthy does her head look? Does she look like she's got a beefy head? Or does she look pretty, like, docile?
She looks like her head is her most important organ.
She looks like she's got an average 17 to 18
Wait,
HP.
what are you rolling? 1d what? For damage?
He's rolling more than that because he's got a sneak attack.
Oh,
So he's
so
rolling
he's
He's
a
rolling
roll.
his d8 plus 3d6 plus
Okay. You don't want to crit.
modifiers
That's what
for
I'll tell you.
specialization.
You don't want to crit. Because you only need 8 damage to get the 80% chance to knock her out.
Yeah, so I'm just rolling... What am I just rolling my non-crit damage? I don't want to, like, roll crit
What is your
damage.
normal damage?
Well, it's a fucking Roseblade bladed attack. Whatever.
So you
whatever-
normally do d8 plus 3 damage. So
That's not enough.
So you
That's
have
not
made-
good.
okay. This is not a crit, so you just do regular damage. Fine. D8 plus 3 to damage plus the 3d6 if you want.
3d6
But you got to
for
decide
sneak
the
attack.
3d6 at the, on set.
Okay, so D8 plus 3 damage is what I hit for, correct?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's not
Wait,
enough.
before we carry on, it's
Wait.
not 3d6, isn't it? Isn't it an extra 3d8? No.
Oh, I think you're right. It is 3d8.
That's
It's
probably the
extra
other
damage dice, not...
It would be 4d8.
Yeah,
So you're going to
4d8
roll
plus
4d8
3.
plus 3.
4d8 plus 3 or 1d8 plus 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
With a 10% chance per point of damage.
Okay, 48 plus 3.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's gonna...
You're gonna take it to minus 10 to kill her. She's not gonna die.
You're not going to die.
Yeah.
She's not going to die. It's fine.
Okay.
Smash her!
I'm
Steven, come on,
aiming
kill her.
carefully,
I mean, not
okay?
kill her.
I'm good at...
Just
Slam the
bash her.
fart.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
Perfect.
You got
It's literally
22.
perfect.
I think that's actually
Yeah.
exactly half, Oh, no, plus 3 is below half, so what I should have rolled. Okay.
Level 5
Alright.
with average 18 HP.
You crack her in the head super fucking hard. There is a sickening crunch as you can definitely hear bone begin to break around her head, and the wizard does not move. The wizard is
That's good.
still.
He's not spasming.
Okay. Can I... I am an expert murderer. Is she dead?
No, she's not dead. You can feel a heartbeat.
Can I... Yeah,
There's
put
a
my...
pulse.
Okay, cool. All right.
But you've definitely done some level of like skull cracking. Not only have you like sapped her to unconsciousness, but you've brought her into the like below 10 HP zone.
Wait, will she
Sorry,
bleed
blow-
with non-lethal damage?
No, with non-lethal damage, she won't bleed. She's not about to die on you, but she's like
She's fucked.
No problem, dude.
she's fucked.
Easy.
Perfect.
She's
It's
Okay,
literally
okay,
perfect.
okay.
Hard out.
Immediately after doing that and checking for signs of life, now, do I need to roll another hear noise? Can I hear anybody moving from outside?
I would also like detect noise as well over here.
Sure, you can make a perception check.
I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah, you don't fucking notice shit.
It's fine.
You don't even know where Tyrael is. Tyrael, you don't hear anything else strange.
Okay, very quickly, I would like to retrieve the rope and the ball gag. I'd like to secure the ball gag on the back of her head. I'd like to tie
Whose ball gag is this, by the way?
It's
Anton's. Anton is the one that
why
said
did
he
you
had
have a
it.
ball gag? Out of
So that-
curiosity, let's just get a little bit of role playing going on here.
Well, you see, Koibu, when your mom came over, she really wanted to do some beating on them, okay?
The fuck?
It's for the pigs in the barn. You know, so he doesn't raise any alert. Gotta take what you can get.
Oh,
I mean, Anton
love
is a
it.
priest, right? I'm so sorry.
Okay, moving on.
You asked for this deal.
I did. I got in trouble.
Okay, so hands
Um,
hands behind the back, tied to her ankles, both tied together. Okay.
Hard tied.
And then
Just like that.
yep, and then ball gag on. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. You've got her gagged. You've got her tied up. No one seems to be wise to your plan.
Okay. Obviously. Okay.
He is solid snake.
I would like to. Can I easily? Oh, I would like to slide her into my bag.
So you whip out your bag of holding, get it up nice and big, and like put it over her head, and slowly start to
move her on
slide
in.
it
Yeah.
under here. Okay. I'm gonna want you to give me a strength check because you're putting an unconscious person in the bag while
Plus
trying
4.
to make no noise.
You have +4, I believe, because of unfailing endurance.
On strength checks?
No, it's only on strength checks related to stamina.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So just a regular strength check to do this silently.
Okay.
Not a problem. You slip her in the bag with minimal noise, taking your time. She's tied up. She's gagged. She's in extra-dimensional space. She's got a head wound that needs real healing before she can get anywhere.
Man.
It's time to leave, right?
Time to leave level 6 and 7 fighter and rogue behind, you mean, Koibu? All right, very quietly, I'm going to wait a moment for the rustling of the wind when I hear a tree branch move, and in that moment, I will unsheath myself and move out of this tent, taking a look to my left.
Caster in tow?
What?
Are you bringing the caster with you in your bag, or are you leaving her behind?
She's in my bag. I've got her. Yeah, I held.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the bag is in your bag. All right,
Yeah, of
great.
course, yeah.
Perfect.
I see Tyrael at this point, correct?
Yep.
If you peer out in the direction of Tyrael, you can probably see him.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking around. I'm just looking.
There is also a high-pitched whistle coming out, like someone's got a physical mechanical whistle and is blowing it.
Where from?
I cast
Well,
recitation, if I'm
let's
allowed.
pause right here.
Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Hold on. Wait. Real quick. Unironically. Okay? Okay. Real talk. Because I didn't verbalize this, but you mentioned like spell components and stuff. If she has like a spell book, I would have tossed that into the bag as well. That's the only thing I'll say. I won't check anything else. But if there's like a book or something that looks like a spell book, I would have tossed that into the bag with her. I can roll for that if I did. Okay. All right. That's it. Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
So there's a high-pitched whistling, and now is the point where I know we were trying to cut our session short today, right?
Well, I mean,
Don't cuck me,
Point
Steven.
where we end it, because if we're going to do combat from here, that's going to drag on for at least an hour. And I don't know what your time frame is like. So maybe we end it here and we finish this out next week?
I think that this is a good spot to end so that the Anton and Emmerich can spend a good deal of time thinking about what exactly they're going to be doing. Because I'm sure they've
I
got a
already
lot
know
to think
what I'm
about.
gonna do,
Yeah?
but I respect it.
Why don't you guys come back next week for the thrilling conclusion of the ambush in the camp?
Nice.
Okay, sounds good.
Good episode.
Wait. Okay, we're back on the intro soon. Okay.
All
Well,
right.
do you guys have anything you want to say? Koibu, what's your next thing?
We have an episode of Love Bites coming up this Saturday. If you don't know what the fuck Love Bites is, long time ago, a million years ago, I used to run a love advice show called Love Bites, B-Y-T-E-S, because it's little bits of information that help you figure out your love life. And we solved everyone's problems in our community, so we stopped doing it. But apparently there are new community members and people have fucked up their lives in the past couple of years. So starting this Saturday, or at least with this Saturday, we're going to bring Love Bites back. So if you have any problems with your romantic life and then you need some advice, send an email to koibu@regalgoblins.com with the subject line Love Bites. Detail the problems of your heart. And then this Saturday at, I want to say, like 1:30 Pacific time or something. It's on the calendar. You'll find it. 2:30 Pacific time. Come on by twitch.tv/Koibu to get some romantic advice and untangle your romance problems. We have a registered nurse on as our guest this week, so they can help you. They've been dating during COVID, so they'll be able to give you those COVID dating tips that you might need. I am a successfully married man with a long history of strong relationships, and I can help you with any romantic problems you may have. So come on by this Saturday and
Sounds
send me
great.
your question.
Mooten.
MrMouton.com. Tomorrow I'm going to do a speed run of Minecraft. I've been fucking around for a few days. Just playing
Oh,
around.
yeah.
Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day. 7 a.m. EST.
And Nick?
Well, first of all, I'd say tomorrow I'll be in Mutan's chat trying to upset him while he's completing his speedrun for the 5th day. But on Saturday, I'm going to, in preparation for the cooking stream, the challenge thing, I'm going to do like an attempt at streaming myself cooking. I'm going to make what Lucas made, spaghetti bolognese. Going to give it a go. So I'm going to try and stream it on my phone. I'm not sure how well it's going to go. I'll see what I can do. But it'll probably be, 1 p.m. UK time for about 3 hours.
Okay. And then I might stream tomorrow. I might not. Tomorrow I will be in Nebraska. And then we're doing our canvassing event on Saturday and Sunday. So should be fun. I'll stream as much of that as I can. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. I might stream a little bit later tonight too. We'll see. But yeah. Okay. Well, next week, normal time. Should be good.
Yep.
I'll be there.
Sounds
All right.
good.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.